Right now at 7, investigators are collecting evidence after a Clark County deputy allegedly stabbed and killed a man late last night. We'll tell you what led up to the altercation. Plus,
new body cam footage showing the moment police caught a man accused of trying to kidnap a teenager at gunpoint.
And we're tracking Pope Vote 2025 as today's second round of voting gets underway in just about 30 minutes from now. The 7 o'clock streaming hour of Sunrise starts right now on KGW+.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us live on this Thursday at 7 o'clock. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Chris McGinnis and Rod Hill still on board for this hour as well, of course. Rod, what's that Thursday forecast looking like?
First off, let me say how much I respect the people that sleep in until 7. It's always been my dream. We're happy that you're with us this morning. Here's our Snookwinds Casino Resort camera in Lincoln City. It's going to be a beautiful, mainly sunny day across our region. All of our cameras are showing sun. Here's the Salem tasting room camera. There's Mount Hood, and the sun's up high behind the banner at this point. It's been a cool start. We still have some 30s in the 7 o'clock hour. 39 is the number out in Sherwood. Here are the other temperatures, 38 in Kelso. Portland and Salem a little bit warmer. Both cities reporting 45 degrees, 48 out in the Dalles, where winds in the gorge picked up big time late yesterday. Those winds have now calmed to under 10 miles per hour. Portland today, northwest 5 to 15, 63 at noon. Our warm up 71 at 5 o'clock, right in that sweet spot for most folks. The 7-day, of course, will update that rain chance that we're still expecting on Mother's Day. But for now, let's go to Chris McGinnis.
Looks like a lovely Thursday forecast. Not so lovely. Let's take it on a Clackamas right now. Nothing wrong with Clackamas, but the on-ramp, I should say the exit ramp from I-205 south to Clackamas. They're running late on opening this, and the word is, I think if you look really closely there, you see some paving crews out there. Paving has that closed. It was supposed to reopen at 5:30 this morning. Obviously not the case yet. That's southbound 205. The Highway 212 exit ramp remains closed. Farther south, we get into that normal slowing here from Gladstone to Westland. The southbound commute over the Abernathy Bridge getting busier by the minute, puttering along at about 29 miles an hour. We'll take you up to Clark County, I-5 south right at SR 500. Obviously, that's a bit of a slow spot as well. As we get deeper into the 7 o'clock hour, these drive times begin to grow. The Glen Jackson Bridge looks fine, but the Interstate Bridge puttering along right now. You got about a 20-minute ride to get you in from Main Street. And there is a quick look at the Banfield. Interstate 84 traffic building, of course, out near 82nd Avenue. I'll step out of the way. Your drive coming in from Troutdale is up to 22 minutes and building westbound on I-84 from Troutdale to the I-5 split. Drew, China?
All right, thank you, Chris. Coming up here on 7:03, we want to get back to the breaking news we've been following all morning in Ridgefield, where the Clark County Sheriff's Office says one of its deputies stabbed and killed a man suspected of driving under the influence.
So Thomas Schultz joins us live in Ridgefield with the latest. So Thomas, walk us through what we know.
yeah, well, guys, the latest right now is that investigators are on scene. They've been here since around 4 o'clock this morning, and right now they're collecting evidence to get a better understanding of exactly what happened here. Now, it all started down in Vancouver late last night when deputies responded to a crash after dispatch received a call saying that a vehicle had crashed into 2 parked cars near Northeast 14th Court. Once deputies arrived, they suspected the driver was impaired. They arrested the man and brought him here to a way station along I-5 in Ridgefield around 11:30 last night. Though that's when things took a turn. While in the breath test room, the sheriff's office says a deputy reported over the radio he was in a fight with the suspect. During the altercation, the deputy reported the man tried to take his gun. That's when the deputy allegedly stabbed him several times. The sheriff's office says deputies then tried to provide first aid, but it didn't work. Now, the Office of Independent Investigations, a new agency, is collecting evidence and beginning their investigation.
There's usually interaction with the agencies that are already in place, making sure that we know where the involved officer is located, ensuring that they're being processed, which means, just gathering any evidence that might be on the person of the officer involved. So those are some of the first steps.
Hector Castro there with OII says that they will share an update in the next day or two about this investigation. Now, as for that deputy, he was not hurt in this incident with the man. The deputy has also been placed on critical incident leave. That's standard protocol in situations like this one. Drew, China.
Our Thomas Schultz reporting live from Ridgefield this morning. Thank you, Thomas. Your time now is 7:04, and this is new. Portland Fire is responding to a tree on fire in Laurelhurst Park in southeast Portland. No, we don't have a lot of details, but you can see the fire there on your screen. We have reached out to Portland Fire to learn more about what's going on here.
Firefighters in Gresham, meanwhile, responded to this mobile home park on Northeast 201st and Sandy. That's where 2 cars caught fire around 3 o'clock this morning. We also reached out to Gresham Fire for more information about this and are still waiting to hear back.
10 more men have filed a new $51 million lawsuit against the Oregon Youth Authority, alleging that they were sexually abused when they were incarcerated as teenagers.
Just 2 months ago, 10 other men filed a lawsuit against the agency. Those men also spent time as teenagers at the McLaren Youth Facility in Woodburn. The new lawsuit alleges Dr. Gary Edwards, who youth and staff at the facility would commonly refer to as Dr. Coldfingers, inappropriately touched and sexually abused them between the years 2000 and 2007. They claim Edwards often ordered them to undress and have their genitals examined when it wasn't necessary. Edwards died in February after spending nearly 4 decades at McLaren. Plaintiffs say they reported his behavior to staff many times.
We have alleged and intend to prove that the response from those other OIA staffers was either to shrug it off or in some instances to laugh about the abuse that our clients were suffering.
The Oregon Youth Authority declined to comment on the lawsuit, but did say that changes have been made, including having a nurse join a doctor in exam rooms and placing cameras outside to record what happens in the hallway.
We've taught her so many times, like, if you get in that car, we're not going to see you again.
That Vancouver father is relieved after deputies arrested the man who allegedly tried to kidnap his 13-year-old daughter at gunpoint. This morning, we have new body cam footage showing 31-year-old Cameron Parrish surrendering to Clark County deputies outside his home on Tuesday night. Now, we spoke to that father there of the teen who says his daughter was walking to her bus stop near Northeast 149th and 4th Avenue in Vancouver Tuesday morning when a man with a gun approached her, telling her to get in his car. She ran in the road to get help. Eventually, some drivers pulled over and called police. The sheriff's office says surveillance video from a neighbor helped them find Parrish. And during his first court appearance yesterday, prosecutors say that Parrish planned to sexually assault the girl. He now faces charges including attempted kidnapping, assault, and firearm violation.
The University of Washington suspended 21 students who were arrested during a campus protest on Monday. They're accused of causing $1 million worth of damage to the inside of an engineering building. Protesters have called on the university to cut its ties with Boeing because of Boeing's contracts with the U.S. military, specifically what's being used to support Israel Defense Forces. The Trump administration says it will review the university's federal grants and contracts as part of an anti-Semitism task force. That's local favorite Michael Allen Harrison, who's been busy for us this morning playing the piano as a preview to this weekend's final 10 Grands concert series. There are 5 shows coming up this weekend at the Reser Performing Arts Center in Beaverton. We're going to have a full preview of Michael's work coming up with another live performance here at 7:45 this morning. Michael has been a big part of our show throughout the years. Rod, China, of course, we always see him around Christmas time as he gets ready for those Christmas concerts. But this is a big one, Rod. As you mentioned, if you've never seen it before, it is something to behold when you have 10 grand pianos playing together on stage, and that's what's happening this weekend at the Reser in Beaverton.
Do we think Michael just plays all the time? Do we know? Does he have other hobbies, or is this?
Oh, he loves
literally play all day long?
Honestly, he loves to golf.
Oh, he does.
Yes, almost as often as you. Seriously.
Wow.
So
Best
maybe
friend.
the two of you could do that together.
He probably takes one of those, Charlie Brown Schroeder pianos with him on the golf course, right? The little bitty ones. Always lovely to hear him play. Our rain potential map is still lit up. This is rain potential for Mother's Day, Sunday, and Monday. So 2 days. You know, when you read this far out, the weather models, one day they're showing you, wow, big soak. The next day they back off. This is a model time that's backed off. I still feel like, number one, realize this is widespread rain. I still feel like there's at least a chance that we could get a ½ of an inch of rain out of the 2 days. But again, that's Mother's Day and Monday. More on that coming up in about 10 minutes. Let's get you out the door. Here's our Salem live sky camera down in Salem. 45 is the number now at McNary Field. Winds are light north-northwest at 7 miles per hour. The bricks are dry. Not a whole lot of people out wandering around yet. Pretty quiet scene. That's Pioneer Park building looking down at Pioneer Courthouse Square. 45, the temperature in Portland as well. Here are the other numbers. 44 in downtown, 38 out in Beaverton. Forest Grove still at 36, and Battleground still in the 30s. Sandy's at 39, so it's been a relatively cool start to our day. 39 in Dallas. Good morning, Polk County. We have sunshine all areas today, at least mostly sunny skies. 50s to about 60 at the coast, and then when you move inland, it's generally near 70 to up into the 70s. If anything, warmer today east of the Cascades, and we'll be here in the valley. This shows John Day 75 and a beautiful day over in Bend and Madras, each at 74. Here's that 7-day, which of course takes you into Mother's Day weekend. 71 today. We could hit 80 tomorrow, and then we get the wave of cooler weather coming in on Saturday. There is now at least a shower chance on Saturday. I say mainly dry. And then the likely showers increasing during the day on Mother's Day is still what I expect. Likely showers continuing on Monday as well. And that is your forecast. Chris, how are we doing on the roads?
Rod, let's take it to Clackamas. We're a little late, and in fact, this may not open this morning. I-205 southbound, we're talking about the exit ramp to Highway 212. If you look really closely there, you can see it's still blocked off. Overnight and early morning paving, the reason why. So if you're trying to get to Clackamas and Highway 212, you're probably better off exiting up around Sunnyside and navigating over to Highway 212 and 224. The southbound exit ramp remains closed again for paving. I'm working to get more details on when that may reopen. Meanwhile, farther south over the Abernathy Bridge, traffic continues to build as it does this time of the morning. We're down to about 20 miles an hour rolling along from 99E to the Westland side of the bridge over at Highway 43. And here's a little closer look. You can see it's pretty slow on that side of town. All right, door number 2 takes us over to the Sunset, staring into the sunrise. Eastbound Highway 26 certainly getting a little slow as well. Your trip upwards of about 20 minutes or so from Brookwood Parkway. And last but not least, we take you down to the state capitol. In just an hour from now, there will be some lane closures on Commercial and Liberty Streets for streetlight installation. That's actually not just through today, but through May 16th. Guys, lane closures from 8:30 until as late as 3:30 in the afternoon. China, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. This was earlier this morning when black smoke billowed out of the Sistine Chapel, indicating that a pope was not selected during the most recent vote. The Cardinals are gathering there again to prepare for their second vote.
Yeah, that next round of voting is slated to start at 7:30 our time. NBC's Jay Gray is in Vatican City with more on how the process to pick a new pope will play out.
No names. Sworn to secrecy.
It's okay, please. We don't speak candidates.
We don't know who it will be. We don't know when it will happen, but we do know a bit about how the conclave will play out. Each day starts with a mass. Then the cardinals file into the Sistine Chapel. The doors closed and locked, voting twice during a morning session. The only sounds in this iconic chamber, the counting of handwritten ballots. If no candidate receives a 2/3 majority, there's a midday break. The group, with a police escort, making the short trip back to Sancta Martha, a guest house adjacent to St. Peter's Basilica where they stay during the conclave.
They can go back to their rooms, they can rest, they can talk to each other until the afternoon. Then they go back to the Sistine Chapel.
For 2 more votes. If there's still no decision, they return to their Vatican dorms.
Have dinner, and they can stay up as long as they want. There's no curfew of that kind. With meetings, talking to each other, and then on the next day, they start the routine all over again.
Until there's white smoke. Jay Gray, NBC News, the Vatican.
And by the way, if you want to keep watch, you can check out a live feed up overnight from the Vatican on our free TV app, KGW Plus, which you're on right now. And we'll have that every night until Cardinals choose a new pope. Still to come on Sunrise, not a sit-in, but a snack-in. Why dozens of families gathered at the state capitol with applesauce. Plus, Weight Watchers planning to undergo a full body change after filing for bankruptcy. Sunrise streaming at 7 continues right after this.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
KGW's Evening News. Important stories to help you stay informed and keep your family safe.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Christine Vidawanich.
And I'm David Molko.
Weather impact alerts to help you plan your week.
We need to be extra careful with anything that can throw a spark.
And a team of local journalists connected to our community. David Molko, Christine Vidawanich, and Matt Zaffino. Your Evening News team, tonight on KGW.
Welcome back. We were taking a live look at Salem, where dozens of families with young children gathered yesterday to urge lawmakers to pass a Senate bill that would extend food benefits to all Oregonians, including children, regardless of immigration status.
According to the Oregon Food Bank, 1 in 6 children in the state are considered food insecure. The Food for All Oregonians Coalition hosted what they called a snack-in on Wednesday, basically a family-friendly version of a sit-in. Young children went door to door, passing out applesauce packets and statistics about hunger, urging legislators to pass Senate Bill 611.
It feels non-controversial, but in the moment, right, the state has a lot of decisions it needs to make in light of an uncertain federal environment.
We should find out later this month if lawmakers decide to take up the bill for a vote. Here's another live look this morning at 7:17 in the a.m. at Michael Allen Harrison, longtime Portland piano-playing composer who's putting on his final series of 10 Grands concerts this weekend at the Research Center for Performing Arts in Beaverton. We'll have more with Michael coming up here at 7:45. But right now, another performer by the name of Rodney Hill.
He been some years back now, but composed the song, and he named it Winter is the name of the tune. Beautiful piece of music. I bring that up because it's not winter.
Total good.
I don't know.
Great transition, right?
Great segue.
Wonderful.
Good job.
I just thought of it, and I like the song Winter. All right. He played it at his concert at the old church downtown, his Christmas concert. All right. Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera in Lincoln City. We have a beautiful sunny day out there. The tide definitely rolling in, a little choppier the seas than 24 hours ago. 39 is the number. So still the warm up taking a little bit to get going. It's been a cool morning. We've got the Timberline camera all zoomed in. There's the Palmer Snowfield. Looks like they're doing some grooming, or have done some grooming right there that they use for their summer camps. They still have 100 inches on the ground at 6,000 feet at Timberline. Their depth being reported for the ski and boarding operations. 29 up there right now. It's a cool start. Here's the Oregon Zoo camera. We'll get some folks out walking around, enjoying the zoo as the day goes on. That looks like one of the goats right there, our live cam. 46 up in the West Hills. Everybody again, mostly sunny. We had the wind explosion, if you will, that came in yesterday. We had winds approaching 50 miles per hour in parts of the gorge out in the Columbia Basin. All of that has calmed down. And today's forecast statewide is generally northwest 5 to 15. 41 in Newport, 45 Salem, 51 out in Pendleton, and no cooler out east this morning. 46 Baker City, John Day, and Burns, all reporting the same number. So it's mostly sunny today, mostly sunny tomorrow. Here's Saturday, and this is a forecast update. So Saturday's the day that we get the initial wave of cooler weather coming in that will turn into the likely showers on Mother's Day. Several models now show that there's at least a chance of some rain Saturday. Here's a little bit of rain coming in. This is 10 o'clock in the morning at the coast. Here's a little bit of rain at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, this would still be a mainly dry day, but if you're out and about at the right time, there could be a shower pop and come through your area, so realize that. For Mother's Day itself, I still think the best verbiage is increasing showers. Possible showers in the morning, and then the rain just picks up and gets more numerous, if you will, as we go through the day. So this is Mother's Day morning, and then the rain increasing during the day. The low that's driving all this drops offshore down toward California, but I still think this is basically a 2-day rain event. Not steady, but showers picking up during the day on Mother's Day and occasional heavier showers on Monday with that cooler air certainly in place. Back to today, just mostly sunny up to about 70, just a picture perfect day, right? The type of weather so many people would just love to repeat. 70 in Battleground. I have 68 degrees up in Longview, very comfortable. Portland 7 days, 71, about 80 tomorrow, 72 Saturday. Mainly dry. There's that shower threat that we just showed you, and then the likely showers coming in on Mother's Day and Monday. 62 each day, but it's certainly possible if we get enough rain in the afternoon hours that it would only be, maybe it's 57 and showery when you're out and about Sunday afternoon at, say, 4 o'clock. That's a potential. Here's Chris.
The May temperature roller coaster. All right, let's get you out the door, and the drive definitely thickening up in Clark County. We'll take it SR 500 and I-5, and that's one of the slower spots of Portland-Vancouver freeway right now. Your trip in averaging about 20 minutes now from Main Street south to the Fremont Bridge. Let's switch gears. I want to take you over to Clackamas. So here's a look at that paving that's ongoing that has the ramp, exit 12A, closed from 205 south to Highway 212. I just saw the update from ODOT that this paving and ramp closure is expected to last until about 9 a.m. So just be aware of that. Farther south, as we get down towards Gladstone, Oregon City, and the Abernathy Bridge, traffic puttering along at about 14 miles an hour or so there. There's the live look, and there you can see the exit ramp to 99E. That's wide open, but the 205 drive obviously is not. And one last check here as we switch down to Wilsonville. There's your I-5 northbound commute. Looks like we've got some utility work over on the right shoulder, maybe adding to some of that local slowing there. Right now, the trip in from Wilsonville, not bad, but it is building. We're up to about 22 minutes now from Wilsonville Road to downtown, and over on the west side, the inbound Sunset is also up to 25 minutes from Hillsborough to the Vista Ridge Tunnel.
Thank you, Chris. We have new details on the helicopter crash in New York last month that killed 6 people. That update coming up in this morning's national headlines in 2 minutes.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We do want to tell you about some breaking news that we're covering this morning.
Police are asking some people to stay inside their homes.
For the past few hours, we've watched officers coming and going.
Flames blowing in this wind that's been gusting all morning long.
There are level 3 go now evacuation orders in place.
New information that we just got from Portland police.
There is no danger to the public. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage right here on KGW Plus.
Welcome back to our 7 o'clock hour of Sunrise. Weight Watchers is looking to shed debt by filing for bankruptcy. The company is calling it a positive business strategy. The move comes as traditional diet programs like Weight Watchers struggle against new weight loss drugs like Ozempic. Weight Watchers plans to reduce over $1 billion in debt and reposition itself to become more competitive.
We are going through this transaction to strengthen our financial foundation for Weight Watchers moving forward so that we can innovate and compete and continue to invest in our business.
Weight Watchers has also ventured into the prescription drug market, acquiring a telehealth company to help its customers get weight loss drugs. The company says it aims to offer a holistic approach to weight loss, combining medication with their traditional programs.
Now to your morning rush. 4 months after the Eaton fire in California, the tower suspected of starting the deadly fire has been removed. Yesterday, a helicopter lifted the transmission tower out of Eaton Canyon. The parts will be moved to a warehouse where they will be dismantled and then undergo lab testing to determine exactly what sparked the destructive fire. The tower is at the center of multiple lawsuits against Southern California Edison, the power company that owns the tower. The National Transportation Safety Board has released its preliminary report on April's helicopter crash in New York that killed 6 people. The report includes photos from surveillance cameras showing the progression of the breakup of the helicopter in midair. It also says photos taken show the pilot was wearing a computer-augmented sunglasses, which would have video and audio recording capability. The glasses have not been recovered. And a recent clinical trial found that Moderna's combo vaccine and flu mRNA vaccine outperformed some existing vaccines for both viruses. The trial included more than 8,000 adults ages 50 and older who were enrolled in October and November 2023. Researchers say the antibody levels generated by the new vaccine were about 20 to 40% higher. And that's a look at your morning rush.
Coming up in our next half hour, Portland's mayor proposes new fees to help address the city's budget shortfall. Sunrise reporter Ashley Grams will join us live with the latest. Plus, the votes are in. What Portland City councilors had to say about PGE's plan to cut down hundreds of trees in Forest Park to make way for power lines. The 7 o'clock streaming hour of Sunrise continues live right after this.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We do want to tell you about some breaking news that we're covering this morning.
Police are asking some people to stay inside their homes.
For the past few hours, we've watched officers coming and going.
Flames blowing in this wind that's been gusting all morning long.
There are level 3 go now evacuation orders in place.
New information that we just got from Portland police.
There is no danger to the public. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage right here on KGW Plus.
We are coming up on 7:29 on our Thursday morning drive, and a traffic alert right now in Clackamas. Exit 12A, I-205 southbound. This is an extended closure. It was supposed to reopen at about 5:30 this morning, but paving now has that probably closed until about 9 o'clock. That's the latest from ODOT on that exit ramp closure. And meanwhile, around it, it looks like the drive is certainly a little thick here. Your southbound commute from Clackamas to West Lynn is averaging about 14 miles an hour. So that's one big slow spot. Also, of course, I-5 from Clark County, slow and steady coming in from SR 500. The lineup, Rod, that actually starts up around Main Street, and that's now up to about 25 minutes to get you down to the Fremont Bridge.
No, that's slowing up. All right, good morning, everybody. It's gorgeous outside. All of our cameras show sunshine. Here's the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club out in Aloha. Same scene over at Camas Meadows Golf Course. On the east side, obviously, clear blue sky. Beautiful day to be working or playing, and the winds will be light today, northwest 5 to 15, 63 at noon, 71 today's high. Another sunny day tomorrow, up to about 80. Saturday now does include at least a shower chance, and we're still thinking likely showers on Mother's Day. Start a Thursday morning, right? Correct.
This,
A little Cannon-esque feel to it.
the sounds of Michael Allen Harrison on this Thursday. Michael, a longtime favorite of the Sunrise Show, as we check him out live this morning at his recording studios in Beaverton. The big news is that his final 10 Grands concerts play out this weekend at the Research Center for Performing Arts, also in Beaverton. We're going to have more on that, a live look inside Michael's studios as he plays some more for us here at 7:45. But yeah, the big concert news, the finale of 10 Grands coming up this weekend in Beaverton. I believe that the audience and Michael would like a little something from you on this Thursday.
Good morning. And thank you for joining us. It's 7:30. We are live. We are here.
And a lot to cover.
And we have a lot to cover.
I find like my mood, I'm in the best mood in the 7 o'clock hour.
We should just get rid of the 4:30 and the 5.
Well, it's because we've done it 3 times by now, so we finally get it.
But I'm loving the 7 o'clock
we waited
hour.
all these years to catch you in your best mood.
Yes, it's
fantastic.
been a long wait. Hope you're enjoying what I'm bringing. Here's a look at our sky cameras on a beautiful sunny morning. A little bit more of a chop to the sea than we had yesterday. Lincoln City Schnuckwitz Casino Resort camera. We were in the 30s in parts of the valley and the coast this morning, but now in the 7 o'clock hour, warming up to 40 degrees. Here's the Salem tasting room camera. The sun is so high that the banner is covering it up. 42 is our temperature outside. Beautiful morning. Here are the other numbers. You find sunshine everywhere, so if you are traveling around our 2 state areas, it will be a very similar, really temperature mostly across the region too. It's 48 out in the Dalles this morning. Your gusty winds from yesterday have faded away. You're reporting northwest winds at 9 right now. Portland's day planner 63 at noon, and we'll jump it up to about 71 for a high, right in that sweet spot, I think, for most people, Chris.
I'd say that is quite sweet for a May forecast. All right, heads up in Clackamas. I want to give you an update on I-205 southbound and specifically exit 12A. That is the exit ramp from 205 south to Highway 212. That was supposed to reopen in the wee hours of this morning, but that has been delayed because of overnight paving. Here's the live look right now, and you can see they still have the cones out there. And if you look really closely, you might still see some construction equipment there as well. So the update from ODOT is that should reopen around 9 o'clock this morning. But certainly there is some local slowing getting around that. You're about 14 miles an hour now from Clackamas south to West Lynn along I-205. The other slow spot, of course, out of Clark County. It builds by the minute at this time of the morning. Right now we're lined up at about Main Street, and that drive has now jumped significantly. Even in the last couple of minutes, we're now almost 30 minutes to get you in from Main Street. And last but not least, the sun right in the driver's eye. Forget the sunglasses. You're going to need the welder's mask this morning as you climb Highway 26 on the inbound Sunset. That's adding to some of the sunshine slowdowns there. We've got nearly 30 minutes now for your commute to get in from Hillsborough. Drew, China?
All right, thank you, Chris. Let's get to our top story here at 7:30. It's the breaking news we've been following all morning long in Ridgefield, where the Clark County Sheriff's Office says one of its deputies stabbed and killed a man who was suspected of driving under the influence.
Thomas Schultz joins us live in Ridgefield with the latest. So, Thomas, walk us through what we know so far.
Well, guys, investigators arrived on scene here around 4 a.m. this morning, and since then they've been collecting evidence to determine exactly what happened here. Now, what we do know is that this all started in Vancouver late last night. That's when the Clark County Sheriff's Office says they received a call and sent deputies to investigate a crash when they say one vehicle crashed into 2 parked cars near Northeast 14th Court. Once deputies arrived, they suspected the driver was impaired. They arrested the man and brought him here to a weigh station along I-5 in Ridgefield around 11:30 last night. Though that's when things took a turn. Well, in the breath test room, the sheriff's office says a deputy reported over the radio he was in a fight with the suspect. During the altercation, the deputy reported the man trying to take his gun. That's when the deputy allegedly stabbed him several times. The sheriff's office says deputies then tried to provide first aid, but it didn't work. Now, the Office of Independent Investigations is collecting evidence as they begin their own investigation.
And that's kind of what the next step is right now. We'll begin working on the scene, crime scene mapping, evidence collection, and so forth.
That was Hector Castro there with OII, and he says that his agency will release an update detailing more of what they've discovered in the next day or two. Now, as for that deputy, he was not hurt. He has been placed on critical incident leave. That is standard protocol in incidents like this one. Drew, China.
All right, Thomas Schultz live for us all morning long covering that breaking news in Ridgefield. In Portland, city councilors have had their first chance to weigh in on Mayor Keith Wilson's new budget proposal as the city aims to deal with its $93 million budget deficit.
And part of the mayor's proposals includes a list of increased fees. Sunrise reporter Ashley Grahams joined us in the newsroom to break it down. Good morning, Ashley.
Yeah, Drew, China, good morning. These increased fees apply to things many Portlanders use each week, like parking meters, Uber rides, and for golfers, greens fees. In Mayor Keith Wilson's proposal, event parking at Providence Park would increase from $5 to $7 an hour and from $3 to $5 at the Moda Center and convention centers. The mayor also proposed increasing hourly parking meter rates by 25% in each district. All would raise the city about $6.8 million in revenue. Now, for those who get around by Uber and Lyft, the mayor proposed doubling the current 65-cent surcharge to $1.30. Looks like, there we go, they've got that information for you. That extra $5.1 million in revenue would go toward cleaning and repairing streets. As for golfers who use the city's 4 public courses, the proposal would increase the greens fee by $1 for every 9-hole round. That money would go to Portland Parks and Rec General Fund. But one city councilor, Mitch Green, thinks these increases just don't go far enough, proposing greater hikes to both rideshare fees and greens fees.
You've raised golf fees by $1 per 9-hole round. I'm a golfer. I can afford to pay more than that. So I'm amending that to say that we're going to raise that by $5. That will increase it by another $2 million, okay? And then your budget depends upon raising TNC, Transportation Network fees by 65 cents to $1.30. I'm just gonna make it an even 2.
So changes still in the works. City Council now has about a month to make amendments and get input from the community, before voting on the final budget. They'll need a majority to pass that final version, meaning 7 yes votes out of the 12-person council. Guys.
All right, Ashley Graham's live in the newsroom with the latest on the mayor's budget proposal. Meanwhile, city councilors also gave a unanimous no vote on PGE's plan to remove hundreds of trees from Forest Park to expand transmission lines. That vote puts a stop to a project that would have let Portland General Electric clear nearly 400 trees across 5 acres of the park along Highway 30 to upgrade existing transmission lines and also build 1,400 feet of new lines.
Whether it's big or small, cutting any amount of forest would cause a deep, profound loss.
This is 5 acres of forest park. We're talking about streams, wetlands, irreplaceable.
PGE has said for a long time that this project was necessary to keep up with demand. In fact, a VP for Portland General Electric told us, quote, "The hard truth is that the need for this project is unchanged. And the evidence is clear that this is the least impactful of all options to the environment, landowners, and costs ultimately borne by customers." PGE is considering an appeal.
And a report by the Portland City Ombudsman says that a southeast Portland townhome complex built by Habitat for Humanity may not meet the fire safety codes. The report focuses on narrow access road on the Cherry Blossom townhomes. Residents say cars parked along the road and design flaws make it hard for fire trucks to get through. One resident we spoke to says after months of trying to get Portland Fire to come out, a fire inspector told her this.
Basically told me that Habitat for Humanity built everything wrong and that basically only a magic wand could fix it at this point.
She says the inspector also gave her a 2019 checklist detailing concerns about the complex's design, a document that the city's report says was largely ignored. The building plans were signed off 1 month later and the complex was built. Now, Portland Fire responded to the report yesterday, saying in part, quote, "We recognize the value of the findings and are committed to addressing concerns," end quote, but added that its role ends once the design is approved and that it has no authority over occupancy or parking at private residences. All right, we're now taking a live look at the Sistine Chapel, where more than 100 cardinals are currently gathered as they prepare to cast their second vote of the day. This is the main focus here at this chimney. This is where the black smoke has poured out of the Sistine Chapel twice so far, indicating a new pope still has not been selected. So remember, we're looking for the white smoke coming out of this guy right here, along with the bells, since it can be difficult to spot the difference. So the next pope will need a 2/3 majority, or 89 votes from the 133 cardinals who are eligible. And by the way, if you want to keep watch, you can check out a live feed up overnight from the Vatican on our free TV app, KGW Plus. We'll have that every night until cardinals choose a new pope.
We talked about this process yesterday, Rod.
Yeah.
This is day 2 of the voting process. The past few times that they have selected a pope, it's only taken 2 days. But man, hundreds of years ago in the 1200s, it took them 29 months 2 full years plus 5 extra months to decide who should be the next pope. Hopefully this process doesn't go that long.
I wonder if that was somehow interrupted by wartime or just literally they couldn't decide.
They couldn't decide, and apparently they threatened them. They literally threatened the cardinals back then, saying that they would only be fed bread and water if they couldn't come to a decision. And apparently at that point, the voting process picked up a little bit.
All right, that's the key. Now, a lot of people are very interested. It's interesting that we have the live stream up, and we'll see when we get word. All right, our Salem sky camera for you this morning. Beautiful sunshine down in Salem. Our temperature 45 degrees. All of our cameras are sunny. In fact, we're getting some sun reflection off of the bricks from the Pioneer Park building. Some folks out walking around downtown Portland at this hour. Same temperature as Salem at 45. We had a whole fistful of spots in the 30s, but now at 7:40 in the morning, temperatures are on the rise. So we're up to 41 in Sandy. We're up to 41 in Forest Grove. We're up to 41 in Battleground. Wind direction today will be northwest 5 to 15. Not expecting anything overly noticeably breezy like we had late yesterday into the evening. It is still 39 in McMinnville. Good morning to you folks. Kirby is our KGW dog of the day. Beautiful spring photo there out in the tulips. And again, we love getting your photos. We've changed the way we do it. I think it's easier. We're asking you now to email your photos, and we have an email address, dogoftheday@kgw.com. Again, send your photos to dogoftheday@kgw.com, and your dog will become one of our dogs of the day. All right, forecast high map for later this afternoon. Everybody gets the sun. Upper 50s to about 60 at the coast, and then near 70 up and down I-5, and then into the 70s in Central Oregon and out east. This shows Baker City 73 and LeGrand 71 at 5 o'clock this afternoon. 7-day forecast for you. A couple of beautiful days. 71 today. We warm up tomorrow. We could hit 80. And then we get a wave of cooler weather on Saturday, and a forecast update shows there is at least a chance of a shower on Saturday now. But really, it's still Mother's Day and Monday that we're focused on, with showers becoming numerous over those 2-day periods, and again, including on Mother's Day. That's your update. Here's Chris.
It is unusual, though, to be so early and say we need the rain, right? But we need the rain. Thanks, Rod. Let's go ahead and bring you on the sunset. That is our quickly building drive time now. We're up to almost 30 minutes to get you in from Hillsborough. Here's the look for the drivers as they climb the Sylvan Hill. Again, we're at that time in the morning where the sun is literally right in the driver's eye as you come up from 217 to Skyline Boulevard. So some sunshine slowdowns there, no doubt. No crashes reports, just natural heavy slowing on that side of town. We'll switch gears real quick. One of the other spots that's causing us some delays is I-205 southbound. I've got an update now on that exit 212, Highway 212 closure. ODOT now saying that they expect to open this in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. The exit ramp was closed overnight for paving. They expect to reopen that hopefully by 8 o'clock. But in the meantime, southbound 205 is puttering along from Sunnyside all the way down to the Abernathy Bridge at about 20 miles an hour or so. And a quick check of the trip out of Clark County now. We're nearly 30 minutes to get you in from Main Street south to the Fremont Bridge. So kind of a slow go across the Columbia this morning. China, Drew?
Thank you, Chris. Coming up tonight at 6, follow-up to a KGW investigation into nitrous oxide or laughing gas. As we first reported last month, health officials are sounding the alarm after a spike in dangerous cases.
Since that time, our investigative team found that nitrous oxide is being sold in neighborhood mini-marts and gas stations thanks to a loophole in the law. Here's KGW's Kyle Aboshi with a preview of tonight's report.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has made it clear misuse of nitrous oxide can lead to serious health problems, including death. But despite this warning, companies are widely marketing this product in big, bright tanks with candy-like flavors. And you don't have to look far to find it. A huge banner outside this gas station in southeast Portland advertises Galaxy Gas, generic shorthand for nitrous oxide. Walk inside the store and you'll find a wide selection of loud and colorful canisters. What's your biggest tank you got? We found nitrous oxide available all over town. It's sold in neighborhood mini-marts, convenience stores, and gas stations. And online, customers can buy as much nitrous oxide as they want. eBay and Amazon have all kinds of brands, colors, and flavors. So how is this legal? Well, federal law prohibits the sale of nitrous oxide for recreational use, inhaling it. But companies can get around that if they say it's for food use only. Look closely, there's often a disclaimer on the packaging. This loophole allows them to sell it legally as a culinary product, say for making whipped cream.
I think that this is actually one of the biggest problems with why we're seeing this as a health epidemic,
is because this is not even sold as something like alcohol or marijuana where it's designed to be ingested. This is being sold as a food service industry product.
Coming up tonight at 6, our full investigation, how this growing industry appears to have been built around exploiting this loophole. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.
Another live look from Beaverton this morning. That is the recording studio for Michael Allen Harrison, longtime friend of the Sunrise Show, fantastic piano player and award-winning composer, born and raised right here in Portland. And this weekend, he's putting on his final 10 Grands concerts. This weekend, 10 grand concerts, or 10 grand pianos, I should say, performing on stage. This morning, we've got the main man, and he's got a live preview for us coming up in just a moment.
Evening News. Important stories to help you stay informed and keep your family safe.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Christine Vidawanich.
And I'm David Molko.
Weather impact alerts to help you plan your week.
We need to be extra careful with anything that can throw a spark.
And a team of local journalists connected to our community. David Molko, Christine Vidawanich, and Matt Zaffino. Your Evening News team, tonight on KGW.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
After 25 years of memorable performances, local composer, songwriter, and piano player Michael Allen Harrison is putting on his final 10 Grands concerts this weekend.
There are 5 shows on tap starting tomorrow night through Sunday evening at the Research Center for the Arts in Beaverton. So here's a little preview from Michael live here at 7:48.
Maybe the shot's frozen. Maybe the shot is stuck.
Or is he just like really still?
There's no way he's sitting still like that. I think Eric Patterson, our trusty Sunrise photographer, I think his camera shot got a little frozen there.
Zooming in right now, though.
Oh, come on. He was really, okay. I'll be quiet. So we've been taking this live look all morning long. Really special to have Michael play for us at this hour of the day. Not easy to get those fingers working this early in the morning, but man, come Saturday and Sunday, I know the Friday night show is sold out, but there are 4 more shows available Saturday and Sunday at the Research Center for Performing Arts, and you've got not just Michael, but you've got 9 other pianos and piano players rocking the stage there. So there you see the show times this weekend. If you want more information, including ticket information for Michael Allen Harrison's grand finale of his 10 Grands concert series, you can go right there to the website. It's 10grands.com.
How long has he been doing this for?
Well, this concert series has been going on for 25 years.
I have to imagine that there's going to be some tears
Oh, for sure.
on that.
And what did he say? One of the Saturday shows, or both of them, Joey Harrington is returning to the stage.
Joey Harrington is going to play during the 2:00 p.m. Saturday afternoon show.
Is that the football player?
And that is the former Oregon Duck,
Yes.
former Heisman Trophy finalist,
Yes.
former NFL player,
Yes.
Portland's own. Still lives here in Portland. Saw him at a Timbers game a couple of weeks ago. We were passing by.
Joey, we're giving you a lot of mentions this morning, Mr. Harrington. Sir, all right, let's get you going out the door. It's a beautiful day. We have the Schnuckwins Casino Resort camera in Lincoln City. Mount Hood is zoomed in. There's the mountain. There's the Palmer Snowfield. Won't be long before Timberline will be getting their summer camps going up there. 33. Temperature chilly up on the mountain this morning. Look at the blue sky down over the end of the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, that amphitheater area they have out with the covered wagon sculpture. Just off of 205, beautiful morning in Oregon City. Temperature outside in Portland's 45. Salem shares it. 41 in Newport. Astoria shares it. 48 in Bend. The Dalles shares it. Pullman shares it, 48. Everybody gets sunshine today, at least mostly sunny skies. Another beautiful day coming up tomorrow. This is new. There is now a shower threat in Saturday's forecast. Now, everything looks like Saturday is going to be dry most of the time, but there's a decent chance you will find at some point a passing shower. Here's late morning along the coast. Here's afternoon showers coming across the valley. That's the first wave of cooler weather that eventually gets us into the more likelihood of numerous showers taking hold on Mother's Day and then into Monday, which is what you're looking at right here. This is 7 p.m. on Sunday, and then there's the shower chance continuing on Monday as the system. It's a cold upper level low comes in and then drops down to the south. Could be snowflakes, at least a mix at some point of 4,000 feet, especially Sunday night up over the Cascades. I mean, it's not out of the question that we'd wake up Monday morning to some snow on the ground at government camp. How about that? All right, here's the 2-day rain amount. So I'll tick up the clock Sunday, Monday. I still think in my mind, I'm hoping we can get a half of an inch. This shows obviously a range from about a quarter to a little bit more than that, and a little bit less than that in some spots. But boy, we need a good soak. Every time I say this, it's amazing. We have not had a 2-day good soak since the 1st of April. That's why when you're walking around your neighborhood, you're starting to notice, hey, the grass is getting a little brown. Yes, we need rain. 70 in Salem today, and similar numbers up into southwest Washington. This shows 68 in Longview. Tomorrow we get up to about 80. A couple of beautiful days. That shower threat on Saturday, and then the much cooler showery weather on Mother's Day and on Monday. It is time for our birthday celebration. Here comes our birthday list. All right, number 1 up today, turning 2 in Seaside. There's Faith, adorable photo, obviously. Happy birthday to you. Blakely is 9 today, pretty shot there with the mountain in the reflection. Happy birthday. Trevor's now double digits, 10, pretty shot with his cat there. Happy birthday to you. And then Luke is 11. Happy birthday. The Just Do It t-shirt. Happy birthday. We've got Garrett, who's 39, up in Longview. Happy birthday to you. And then a big Blazer fan, Rip City. Colleen is 6-0 today. Hope you have a fun day today. Teresa is 65 up in Longview. Happy birthday. And then we've got Danny, who's 85. Happy birthday to you. And we've got a couple people turning 90. All right, put your hands together. Woo! Eileen, beautiful shot there. 90 years young. Also turning 90 today is Barbara in Beaverton. Happy birthday to you. Send us your photos too. Birthdays at KGW.com. Chris McGinnis still years away from getting applause during his career.
I'm not going to get any applause for this. Here's your birthday present. 33 minutes right now. Your inbound Interstate 84 commute from Troutdale. Over on the west side, the sun is right in the driver's eye on the sunset. The sunset, 30 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough. Here's a live look at 217, and that's where things really start stacking up. We'll take you up towards the Sylvan Hill. And again, slow and go coming down the hill into the Vista Ridge Tunnel. So those are 2 of our bigger slow spots. spots. Also want to give you an update on the situation in Clackamas. 205 southbound, the exit ramp to Highway 212 still closed for a few more minutes for overnight paving. It's been running late, so ODOT's saying that it'll probably be a few more minutes before they get that open. There is some pretty significant slowing through there in the I-5 commute. Of course, that's heavy. There's the live look right now at Lombard. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Police are asking some people to stay inside their homes.
We've watched officers coming and going.
Flames blowing in this wind.
There is no danger to the public. We'll keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage right here on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
All right, let's wrap up this live hour sunrise with another look at weather and traffic.
I get to go first. Okay, all right. Ooh, here's our 7-day forecast. We've got 71 today, 80 tomorrow. 2 beautiful days to enjoy. What's new this morning is a shower threat on Saturday. What's continuing is the likely showers coming in on Mother's Day.
And what continues to build your drive times, let's get a quick look at those. 30 minutes inbound on the Sunset. Staring at the sunrise coming in from Hillsborough to I-405 and the westbound I-84 commute really tightening up now. It's about 32 minutes to get you from Troutdale West to the I-5 split.
And just a reminder for you, we're so happy you're here, but you can watch sunrise every day live here exclusively on KGW Plus at 7 o'clock. We hope you have a fantastic Thursday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for your Friday.